Seth Rollins started Monday Night Raw with a promo talking about Paul Heyman and the Vision, how he will destroy the Vision, and warned that anyone who stands beside Paul Heyman is now his enemy and is marked for death. And he brags about attacking Paul Heyman 2 weeks ago with a steel chair and stomping his head into the mat, and letting Paul Heyman into his inner circle was the biggest mistake of his entire career, and promises that he will make Paul Heyman pay for that betrayal every day until he's gone from the business, comparing him to a cancer that needs to be cut out. And this is a close-up on Paul Heyman's face. As you can see, Paul Heyman looks like he has been through hell. I don't know what happened to him. Also, I think we also kind of forgot that wherever LA Knight took him, gave him pink eye. So I think we just need to let that know. But Heyman says that he wasn't originally going to come out there, but he couldn't resist. He mocked Rollins' rant and says he's going to enjoy messing with him because Rollins messed with him first. And then he said the F-O-F-O, F-A-F-O, A-F-A, and it goes from F5. Brock Lesnar comes out, starts attacking the Masked Man, clothesline, suplex, on the steel steps, suplex into the barricade, suplex, F5 suplex, then a stare down between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. Then Oba came out, stared down. Seth Rollins moved out the way, distracting Brock Lesnar, letting Oba Femi pick Brock Lesnar up in the air and slamming him down with the fall from grace. And Oba stands tall, putting his foot on Brock Lesnar's chest, pointing at the WrestleMania sign, indicating that he is answering Brock Lesnar's open challenge for WrestleMania. And it was confirmed later in the night that it will be Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So this is big news. And honestly, this is great. I love how WWE has been presenting Oba like he is this dominant force that cannot be stopped, which they should, because he is a megastar. He's going to be a megastar. He's going to be a multi-time world champion in WWE, and trust me when I say this, I honestly could see Oba Femi breaking John Cena's Never Seen 17 record. I genuinely could, and I wouldn't even be mad if that happened. So, let's go Oba, and we need Oba to win at WrestleMania. They showed the recap of what happened last week where, CM Punk talked about how Roman Reigns still hasn't apologized to the Usos, which I think Jay and the Usos are delusional. Also, I'm going to say this right now, the Usos are soft because Roman can talk trash about Dusty, and when someone else brings up their family, they get all butthurt and stuff, right? Now, honestly, maybe it's because I don't really like my family. I mean my family, I mean like cousins, because I don't really like my cousins. But that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The bloodline, the On the Wife Samoan family are a bunch of softies. I'm sorry. The El Grande Americano came out, and that El Grande Americano came off to face off in this crazy match where they did a bunch of flips. Then El Grande Americano sent El Grande Americano up and over onto the Slim Jim logo. Then El Grande Americano did a sliding dropkick onto El Grande Americano. Then we saw a nice baseball dropkick from El Grande Americano to El Grande Americano. But El Grande Americano ripped his pants, did a dive on Bravo or whatever, did a liar kick to Arroyo or something, Bravo, I forget which one. Then El Grande Americano locks up with El Grande Americano, big, whatever you would call this thing, and then big suplex in the corner, ankle lock but gets to the ropes, big German suplex, but Rayo, I think, interferes and distracts the referee. Then we see Rayo get pulled over into the top rope. Both El Grande Americano and Rayo get pulled over. Throws him over. But in the ring, we see Bravo put the metal plate into El Grande Americano's mask, letting El Grande Americano do a big headbutt, landing on the metal plate for the 1, 2, 3, and El Grande Americano beats El Grande Americano. And the real El Grande Americano wins. We see Roman Reigns pull up, talk to his cousins, and Roman says that his cousin did a good job. Anyway, we did like a quick, very, very quick recap of what happened last week, where the Judgment Day turned their back on Finn Balor. And Liv Morgan says that she's been planning this since the beginning. But she let him stay because of Finn's close relationship with Dom. But Finn Balor decided to attack Dom, leading to them to do what they did. And, finally getting him out of the Judgment Day. So, yeah. Usos and Roman were having a little conversation. Anyway, LJ Lee comes out to defend her title against Bayley. And honestly, a pretty decent match. I get people say this match was botchy, but I didn't really think it was botchy. A bunch of roll-ups in the beginning, though. I will say that. Big crossbody, drop kick, then whatever submission this is. Then we see a big bulldog, big back elbow, then whatever this crazy Shining Wizard is, into a reversed single leg Boston Crab, big takedown, knee to the face, roll up by AJ Lee, then they go on the ground smacking each other around, boom, 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 big Shining Wizard. Then, as AJ Lee went for the Black Widow, she got caught into a sidewalk slam position. Bayley missed the elbow drop, bit into the Black Widow for the tap out, and still the Intercontinental Champion, AJ Lee. But she gets attacked by Becky Lynch, getting thrown and hit with the title, and Becky Lynch raises the title up high. And I honestly thought we were done with this feud. I won't lie. Yeah. Anyway, they showed the recap of Randy Orton turning heel on the greatest professional wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots up, Cody Rhodes, kicking him in the balls, hitting him with the thing, and hitting him with this chair. So, yeah. Penta came out, asked for an open challenge. The Fuego came out, big kick to the stomach, big kick to the face, then super kick, big drop kick to Penta, and then Penta decides to go over the top rope and flying on Dragon Lee. Crossbody, big super kick, knee, super kick, nasty Styles Clash for the 1-2-ooh, Penta driver for the 1-2-ooh. Then we see Dragon Lee go flying in between the ropes, doing this dive and landing on Penta. Operation Dragon for the 1-2-ooh. That crazy Mexican destroyer out of nowhere for the 1-2-3. And still the Intercontinental Champion, Penta. Logan Paul and the Vision were doing their thing, making sure they were on the right page. Anyway, Maxine Dupree came out, and she faced Natty, which this feud, I feel like no one cares about. But Natty kind of beats up Maxine a little bit, putting her in chokeholds. Maxine gets a little bit of offense, like a kick to the face and whatever that was, and another kick to the face and missed, and then she puts in the ankle lock, but then gets hit with a lariat. Nice sharpshooter for the 1-2-3, and Natty wins. Then we see Randy Orton calling on from a potato, and talks about how he realized who he was deep down, and that is a killer. And he uses Cody's famous line that wrestling has more than one family, royal family. So, yeah. That's basically what Randy said. All on a potato, by the way. Anyway, Raquel Rodriguez demolishes Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer fights out, hits a drop kick. Then she gets dropped into the LED ring post. Then Raquel gets caught with a nasty, whatever that is called. Then Raquel misses the twisty thing, gets hit with the devil's kiss. Liv Morgan gets on the top rope, big boot. Then Io Sky comes out. Then Io Sky gets taken out by Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez gets jumped on. Then Io sends Liv over the barricade. A big power slam on the. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, whatever this was, into a roll for the 1-2, and Stephanie Becker walks away with the win. Confirmed Oba versus Brock. So yeah, anyway, LA Knight and the Usos gonna have a conversation where basically LA Knight says if Bloodline comes back, we're gonna have problems. OTC1 comes out, Roman Reigns cuts a promo demanding the acknowledgement from the crowd and invites Punk to the ring to handle business. Punk comes out and fired back by rejecting Roman Reigns using his real name, mocking Roman and claiming he has already won the battle because he's inside Roman's head. Roman responded saying that Punk hasn't main evented anything recently and isn't even on his level. Punk clapped back, accusing Roman of avoiding him and hiding behind his family's back, also admitting he will cross any line to gain the advantage. He questions who the real tribal chief is. Roman dismisses it, Punk's argument as repetitive and irrelevant, saying Punk doesn't understand what top level stars do. Punk doubles down, saying he controls the show now and promises to beat Roman Reigns on the grand stage, even describing how he'll finish him off. Roman closed by directly getting brutally direct, acknowledging Punk's mic skills, but insisting that he can't compete physically, called himself more successful, stronger, faster, and better superstar, ending by saying Punk is old and is not on his level and is an embarrassment as champion. Then Punk knocks him out to the ground. Roman laughs. Punk gets pulled back away, and the show ends with Roman Reigns smiling and laughing on top. So I thought it was a pretty solid promo. I know a lot of people hated it, which I don't understand, but yeah, cannot wait for Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 42. This is going to be a good one. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye!